Selena Gomez's latest public appearances have ignited an online firestorm, with her noticeable weight loss sparking heated debates across every corner of social media, turning her into the subject of intense scrutiny and polarizing opinions. The story began unfolding when she was spotted attending several rare beauty events and making rare public outings, including joining Benny Blanco at a close friend's wedding, where fans immediately noticed her slimmer frame. Photographs and clips from these appearances spread rapidly, triggering thousands of comments within hours, with users remarking that she looked almost unrecognizable compared to recent years. The discussions, however, quickly turned from curiosity to outright criticism, as detractors accused her of abandoning the body positivity message she had once passionately championed. The irony was not lost on longtime followers, who remembered that only a few years ago, Selena was enduring ruthless body shaming after a period of weight gain, when strangers on the internet bombarded her with insults and cruel observations about her figure. Back then, she confronted the issue head-on, speaking in interviews and on social media about how those comments deeply affected her mental health despite her attempts to remain confident. She insisted that weight gain was not something she viewed as negative, but the constant barrage of unsolicited opinions was emotionally draining. During that era, Selena became a strong voice for self-acceptance, releasing empowering tracks like Who Says, and repeatedly urging her fans, especially younger girls, to embrace themselves as they are, without bowing to societal pressures. These messages resonated globally, earning her a reputation as a symbol of body positivity and self-love. Now, with her visibly leaner appearance, the narrative has flipped almost overnight, and many who once applauded her are calling her a hypocrite, arguing that she's now setting unrealistic beauty standards and promoting harmful weight loss ideals. Critics claim she's endorsing the very thin focus culture she once called out, with some alleging she's sending impressionable fans the message that thinness equates to worthiness. Strangely, this wave of backlash often ignores a crucial part of her reality: Selena's long battle with lupus, an autoimmune disease that not only affects her energy and health but also impacts her weight due to the strong medications required for treatment. She has openly discussed how those medications, including steroids and immunosuppressants, can cause rapid weight gain or loss depending on dosage, side effects, and other health factors. Yet this important context is largely absent from the online dialogue, replaced by snap judgments and speculative accusations. The situation underscores a darker truth about how women in the public eye face a relentless cycle of judgment: too heavy one moment, too thin the next, never just right by public standards. It highlights the double standard where male celebrities can fluctuate in weight without facing moral condemnation, while women are expected to justify every physical change to prove their credibility or integrity as role models. Moreover, even within the body positivity movement, a flawed expectation lingers, that anyone who advocates for self-acceptance must commit to keeping their body exactly the same forever, otherwise risk being labeled a sellout. True body autonomy should mean having the freedom to make personal choices, whether gaining, maintaining, or losing weight, without having to defend those decisions to millions of strangers. Despite this, Selena's slimmer look has become headline material, overshadowing her ongoing achievements, like expanding rare beauty into a brand celebrated for its inclusivity and mental health advocacy, releasing music that continues to top charts and speak to fans' emotions, and delivering acting performances that demonstrate her range. These accomplishments are drowned out by the noise of appearance-focused discourse, proving that for many on social media, a celebrity's worth is still filtered through their physical image. The online comments range from feigned concern about her health to overt attacks questioning her integrity, painting her as insincere or contradictory. What gets lost is that weight changes can stem from myriad reasons, and assuming they always stem from vanity or negative influences is just as harmful as assuming weight gain is always unhealthy. People lose weight because of medical changes, shifts in lifestyle, mental health improvements, or simply personal preference, and Selena's reasons are hers alone to share, if she chooses to. The flip in public sentiment, from defending her against fat shaming to now thin shaming, reveals how conditional much of this so-called support really was, tied not to authentic acceptance but to a narrative fans could control. This episode offers a sobering look at how quickly online communities can turn against a figure they once rallied behind, pushing them through cycles of judgment dressed up as concern. It should also be a moment for reflection on the broader culture of celebrity commentary and the unrealistic, contradictory expectations placed on public figures, especially women. Selena should have the freedom to prioritize her health and happiness without her choices becoming moral battlegrounds. Whether she gains, loses, or maintains her weight, her value remains in her work, her values, and her humanity, not in the number on a scale. Her history of overcoming criticism and using her platform to inspire should count more than any physical transformation. If you were surprised by just how quickly this situation escalated and want to keep up with the most honest coverage of celebrity stories that dominate headlines and social feeds, subscribe now so you're the first to hear the next twist everyone's bound to be talking about tomorrow. Selena Gomez's recent weight loss has sent social media into a frenzy, with reactions so intense that the backlash has become one of the most heated celebrity conversations this year. After appearing at several rare beauty events and attending a friend's wedding with Benny Blanco, her noticeably slimmer frame sparked thousands of online comments claiming she looked unrecognizable and that her weight loss happened too quickly. Critics have been relentless, accusing her of betraying her longtime body positivity stance and sending out the wrong message to young fans who once saw her as a champion of self-acceptance. A few years ago, the situation was completely different. Selena was at the center of cruel body shaming for gaining weight, with strangers plastering negative comments across social media. She spoke openly about how devastating those remarks were, admitting they affected her mental health, yet she tried to remain confident, saying she didn't mind the weight gain despite the public insults. During that time, she became a vocal advocate for self-love, launching songs like Who Says That encouraged fans, especially young girls, to feel beautiful no matter their size. She talked in interviews about rejecting the pressure to conform to unrealistic beauty standards, and those words solidified her as a role model for millions. Now, however, the tables have turned. Many who once celebrated her message see her weight loss as a betrayal, suggesting she's now promoting unhealthy slimming ideals and contradicting her own past statements. Online critics accuse her of pushing skinny as the new standard and feeding into toxic diet culture, the very thing she once opposed. This narrative conveniently leaves out a crucial fact. Selena has been transparent about living with lupus, a serious autoimmune disease, and undergoing treatments that cause weight fluctuations beyond her control. These medications, including steroids and immunosuppressants, can trigger both sudden gains and rapid loss, depending on dosage shifts and other health factors. Despite knowing this, much of the online chatter ignores the medical reality, focusing instead on surface-level assumptions and speculation about her motives. For years, every physical change she's undergone has been picked apart, casting her into an exhausting cycle of public judgment that demands she look flawless while also preaching that looks don't matter. Meanwhile, male celebrities gain or lose weight without facing moral scrutiny. Women are burdened with the expectation of justifying every change to avoid being labeled a bad influence. The unfairness is glaring, yet it continues to play out across celebrity culture. Even within the body positivity movement, a paradox exists: the idea that someone championing self-acceptance must never alter their own body. But genuine empowerment should allow for personal choice, whether someone gains, loses, or maintains their weight, for health, emotional happiness, or preference. In Selena's case, this nuance disappears in the noise, replaced by finger-pointing and online policing. Platforms that once applauded her for inspiring self-love are now the same platforms dismantling her authenticity, accusing her of serving aesthetics over values. These attacks neglect her real achievements: Rare Beauty's success not just as a makeup brand but as a mental health advocate, her continual musical resonance with fans, and her growth as an actress. All of that, overshadowed by weight debates. In truth, there are endless reasons a person might lose weight: improved health, increased energy, personal contentment, and not all are shaped by societal demands. Assuming every drop on the scale stems from unhealthy motives mirrors the same judgmental mindset used against her when she gained weight. The quick flip from defending her to condemning her only underscores how shallow public support often is. People claim to care about acceptance but only as long as the celebrity image matches their chosen narrative. This chaos over Selena's figure should force a larger conversation about how much ownership the public feels over women's bodies in the spotlight, and how impossible the expectation is to be both a flawless example and authentically human.